Hi guys!
Welcome back to our channel.
We are Twins and the Other Girl.
I'm Pinky.
I'm Summer.
I'm Dingo. We're back with a girl talk.
Another girl talk. It's been long.
I've asked some questions on my Instagram and we're gonna answer the questions. Wanted to ask, what camera do you use for vlogging and pictures? I have a Panasonic Lumix G7X and I currently am also using i760 for both pictures and videos.
I think for video, I am using my Sony ZV-7 and
One.
ZV-1, sorry. I also use my old camera, that's Fuji X-T200, and I also use my iPhone 13.
I use iPhone 15 for both videos and photos. Worst people you've met.
Worst people you've met.
Met a few. Yeah, met a few.
Yeah, I mean, you like
Who are from gang.
yeah, like worst. Yeah, I don't even want to say it. Like when we say worst, they're like the worst kind.
Yeah, it's because we're pretty understanding in nature.
So
If we're saying they're worse, then that
Yeah.
means they
they
are
are extremely worst because we always, try to even like put ourselves in their shoes and be like, maybe this is the reason she or he did that, right?
Or is like that.
Is like that, but then
Some things just don't add up. I get this question a lot. How did I meet my boyfriend? I met my boyfriend for the first time at Summer's birthday.
no, 2022.
No, last year.
You went Ireland last year? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was it last year or oh my god, I feel like
That's when I
years.
actually first met him. Because in the club, we all bam. What's the biggest lesson you've learned this year? I think one of the recent lesson that I've learned, my mom is doing her best to show up in my life, to be a good mom, to be a good human being, and I could only recognize that after watching the movie. That gave me a lesson that sometimes, like, not everyone has a transactional relationship, especially not with my family. So that's one lesson I learned.
A few days back, guys, I learned my lesson. It was
What was the lesson? Yeah, you can say.
it's just that I should really I don't know. It's complicated to explain the lesson that I learned. That's the question.
You have to share the lesson.
Yeah, sometimes you do make mistakes and it's okay to make mistakes. This time I realized, sometimes things just happen. You don't end up doing it because you want to do it.
You don't panic.
Yeah, you don't plan it. And also you don't end up doing it because you actually want to do it. It just happens, it just happens and yeah, you feel bad the next day, but then yeah, life goes on.
The lesson that's been given today. Why is it cold?
They're not trees. Don't you try?
I learned many lessons, but if I have to stick to one, is I will fuck shit up over and over again, and I have to forgive myself. The moment you stop fucking shit up, that means you're dead. Yeah. I'm only human. I'm gonna fuck shit up.
The same thing I was like talking about earlier.
Yeah. I should be the one forgiving myself. Oh, exactly what I meant. So, like, not just me. Like, my mom is living her life for the first time. One of our parents. So even when they fuck shit up, it's not personal. What is one thing you regret not doing or experiencing in your past years? I've done everything that I wanted to do. So the one part that I not regret, but I have like question mark, is probably in the dating front. I wish I would have dated when I was when I was younger. Like, not take it so seriously, just like casually date people and then like move on.
Yeah.
Instead of not dating at all and being like, oh my god, I'm old now.
I don't really know what I regret though. I don't regret most of the things. I mean, there are a lot of things I regret doing, but
Like, have you missed out on something? Is the question. Like, you wish that you had done?
something like this thought just like comes across, what if I was a very normal person, like, like a very normal person. I wake up, go to work, come back home. Sometimes
You regret doing
I don't. I sometimes like think about that, but that's not what I want or I would want.
No, the question is, what do you regret not doing
Not doing. I think like or everything that I have done in the past few years, like last year or before, I did a lot of things, right? I feel like everything that I did, I should have done it when I was younger. Like, and I think that kind of like makes me question a lot of things about myself. And yeah,
I don't think there's a single thing. I did everything. I've done most of the things. I have dated when I needed to date. I have partied when I wanted to party. I got drunk when I had to get drunk. I worked when I had to work. So there's nothing that I regret. Um, Advice for how to keep healthy relate friendships. Honesty goes a long way. Showing up. Showing up. Working things out. Uncomfortable to say something, like sorting something out. If you're not honest, it just stays at the back of your head and then it's gonna affect your relationship. So we cool the fuck down first and then later we're like, girl, we need to talk, and then we sit down and then we're like, we listen, we don't judge. So we listen and then we don't judge and then we hear each other's perspective and then we're like, oh okay, I see where you're coming from.
I think like most of the time we also what we do is like, when somebody does something in the moment that kind of like hurts our feeling or like, we kind of get offended or anything. We don't like say it right then, but later when we're in a good mood and we're sitting together having a conversation, that's when it like pops out. That day you said this and I was like, I was feeling like this. Because like I think that helps a lot. Because if you react instantly, I feel like you're just gonna end up like having a huge fight.
Yeah. Because you're angry at that moment or hurt. So don't be reactive.
Yeah.
As women, we tend to put in a lot of effort when it comes to male relationships. So I think if you imply the same kind of effort in your girl friendships, it's gonna blossom way more than you've seen any male-female relationship work. Because girls only tend to give 100 when it comes to a guy and not to their girlfriends. That's what I've grown up seeing here, at least from the place that I'm from. So, yeah, giving 100. Advice for a high schooler. Just live your life. Yeah, that's fun. Those are your golden years.
Yeah. I do want to be this girl.
Would
Like,
say
you
that.
say this, but those are your golden years.
Girl, like you don't have to worry about anything right now. Like
Just
nothing.
like,
You
just like exams and projects, right?
wear your uniform. You don't even gotta worry about clothes.
Yeah, I know.
You wear a uniform and then you go and then meet your friends every day. And the only thing you need to do is study. For a few hours. For a few hours.
I missed out on a lot of group activities, and I feel like you shouldn't do that because we usually we sit down and when we talk about school and when we're in college, even when we were in college, right? We would like miss out on group activities just because like we thought, you know what, I'm not gonna do it, but I swear to God, those are the days when you make actual friends who like last you for a late
And
very long
memories.
time and memories. So do not miss out on group activities. And that doesn't mean that you have to dance or sing on the stage on Teacher's Day or Children's Day. It's just like do group activities.
Yeah.
Be a part of the activity.
How do you control anger? I've been so angry and everything pisses me off lately. Saying it is hard to believe, but I hardly get angry. I'm always angry. My name was Young Angry Woman for a while because I'm always angry. Yeah. When I was angry, I think my life was hard, nobody else's. The moment you realize like your life is hard, nobody else's, you will eventually want to make choices, make better decisions, or react in a different way. Because you don't want to feel like, oh my god, I have a problem. You gotta ask yourself, why the fuck am I angry? Because there's always a reason, right? And then if it's because of somebody else, you confront that person, like you did this and that made me feel angry. But if it's just you, then you gotta work on yourself. I don't think it's anybody's problem. It's your problem.
Because you decide, whether you want to be angry or not. Because if you sit with something that happened, you keep like thinking about that particular thing, you're just gonna get angry and more angry. I don't think I get that angry. I feel like in a year, like I get like super super angry, like maybe thrice or
I've never
four
seen her angry,
times.
to be
Like
honest.
I don't really get angry, but past days I have been angry. I don't get angry on other people. I get angry with myself. So if I do something that I'm not pleased with, like I judge people, guys, but then I judge myself the most, which is really really bad. This morning I was like crying, talking to them, and they were like making me understand, how it's okay to make mistakes and that I should get over it, and nobody's thinking about it. So, not feeling my best the past 2 days. I swear. Like,
Not sure was that. But I have a better coping mechanism now.
I'm not angry. I cry a lot. I'm not sure.
What's your go-to motivation? My go-to like instantly works if someone I like who didn't like me back. Think about that person and I'm like, you know what? I want to do better in life. I want to like get up and do things and live my life. Not because I want to show that person that I'm good. Maybe a little, I won't lie. But mostly because when you like somebody, you just want to be better.
Yeah, no matter that person likes
That's
you
your
back or
backup
not.
plan. You just want to be better. So I think liking someone plays a huge role in getting you motivated to do things.
For me, I've realized, I didn't know this about myself, but I realized it last year that every time a guy does me wrong, I tend to get super motivated, guys. Like, I do things that I couldn't imagine I would be able to do. Like, I swear to God. First, a guy broke my heart. I ended up doing so well in life. And then later on, another guy broke my heart. I ended up doing even more well. Now, right now, like nobody's broken my heart, so I'm like, very, complacent right now. So I think I don't want to get my heart broken, touch wood. But yeah, getting my heart broken motivates me to do things that is unimaginable for me. Or most of the days I am motivated.
What's my instant motivation? When I watch reels. No, but like this kick, like this fire to do
it's like,
something.
to actually.
When somebody makes me feel like I'm insignificant. Yeah.
So these guys
It does not have to be a guy necessarily. Anybody in the world who makes me feel like yeah.
Let me show you how great am I.
Yeah,
I am. Sorry.
And I think that's the quickest. It's also toxic. I feel.
It's very toxic. Honestly.
Yeah, but like sooner or later, when once you get old, those things won't matter. Yeah. But right now, when it does, like use it as a fuel. Which one again? I want to get into a relationship so bad, but I'm afraid of losing myself. Tips, please. No, like, but my question is like, why do you lose yourself?
No, it feels like
Women tend to lose yourself, especially
just
younger.
imagine when I liked a guy, I lost myself. That's my friend.
Isn't that a good thing? That is a breaking point for you to change who you are because it's not serving you well anymore. It's trying to create a character. But still tips. To not I say you go and lose yourself, and then next you build a new character. I think that's way more.
No, I say you go lose yourself, but at the same time, don't make your entire existence about a guy.
Yeah.
Like if you have some work and a guy, you already have plans with your girlfriends, right? And your boyfriend calls up, you'll be like, let's go out. You already have plans with your friends. Go out with your friends and then go next day with the guy.
Discipline.
Yeah. Try to keep your priorities straight.
But if you have the ability to like lose yourself like that, go lose yourself.
Man, no, you're not gonna cry. Don't.
No, I think it's a good. I personality that don't do that.
Yeah, don't. Even me, I have lost myself completely over guy.
Which I think is great because now you're like such a better person than you were. Not everybody has to go through it.
Yeah, not everybody.
To be a better person. Most.
But no, till date, I'll tell you, it's like, I don't know how many years has it been, but till date, there are times I think about it and it's like so vivid and it makes me feel bad. Like,
yeah, and what I say, since I've been in most relationships, is live your own life, have your own world.
Yeah.
Your world should not revolve around the guy. Mm-hmm. So when you have your own life, you don't lose yourself. Oh no, I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah. No, our question was that.
I'm just like, okay, I don't know who I am anymore.
No. She meant like, Zani, our entire life is about the guy.
Your world revolves around the guy. Oh, that's when discipline comes in.
Yeah.
If you don't have the discipline.
Because, this is like, I've seen
it's not even discipline. When you have your own life, you don't tend to lose yourself. If you don't have a life, you're a girl who doesn't have a life and you're scared you're going to lose yourself because you like somebody. Then build a life. Create a disciplined routine so that you don't lose yourself.
But do whatever, but don't be that clingy girl, I swear. I've been there, not a good feeling.
Yeah, don't make the guy your world. I swear, I've been there. You're in for a hell of a ride.
Yeah, and also I feel like, guys need to like back off when a girl makes her entire existence about the guy.
Even I would back off. I know. I would be like, whoa, no. No, like, you gotta be your first priority. Why would somebody else be your first priority? Like your parent who gave you birth and is feeding you won't be your first priority, but a guy can be. So that those are the questions you should ask yourself. Like why? Life after pandemic. It's been like it's fast.
There's no
fast.
time to rest.
I think the gap, like before Gangtok and America was America. And
Now,
now like I don't know where it's where. Everything looks like generically the same. Like on the internet everyone looks the same. Everybody's doing the same shit. Like I'm like not even into culture that much, but these days like when I see everyone it just feels like everyone's the same.
yeah, you're like
copy paste, like copy paste.
I also feel like the dating pool has like drastically changed after pandemic. Guys do not want to date; they just want girls now. Like I feel like before pandemic it wasn't like that. At least if you're talking to a girl, you would end up like seeing each other for like few months and like maybe even date for like a month or two. Like before pandemic, in order to be with a girl, you would have to give her the title. But now, since the guys they don't want to date. Yeah, there is no dating pool. No one is dating actually.
But everything's become really fast.
Yeah, no amount of achievement is seen as achievement.
Even for example, like you reach me, there are days when you're like so lazy, you don't want to wake up, you sit on the bed, and like by the end of the day, you're like regretting so bad for wasting the day. Like it happens.
Yeah, sometimes we need like those slow, restful days, but we can't give it to ourselves because of the hustle culture.
Yeah, I feel like especially we all have become like templates.
Yeah.
And we're walking templates of
Yeah.
whatever we see on the internet.
Like just imagine each and every girl looks the same.
We have the same.
We have the same clothes. We have the same income. We almost think the same way.
Same.
Our houses look
the
the same.
Everybody has the same expression while they're.
I mean,
Doing
we've all
something.
been put into boxes. We've all been caged. There's gym girlies. There's girls.
There are pygmy girls.
Yeah, like fashion girlies.
Yeah, there's just
like
mindful girlies.
mindful girlies. Like
yeah. I think
Pilates girlies.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't like really seen one normal person,
Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we've been boxed.
Yeah.
A lot of cores started coming out after the pandemic.
Yeah, a lot of course. Like even like if you go to office core.
Very core, dark academia, like everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's how life has become
Yeah.
after the pandemic. That's
Everything has a title.
Yeah, you have to take up.
Like you have to be some kind of girl.
You gotta be in one of the boxes, or
Boxes.
you're like alone.
Rejected. Like nobody wants to.
So we are all
What are we?
like ticks in some of the
Some of
boxes.
the boxes.
You guys should tell us like
Yeah.
what boxes
Yeah.
you're enough.
How does Tico and Summer feel about me having a boyfriend?
I see her date before too,
Yeah.
but I don't think like we were close, like this close when she was dating back then. But this time when she was dating, we were like really tight. And then I felt like neglected in the beginning. I felt like she started prioritizing somebody else instead of me. She was doing things out of her comfort zone, like how we say, like girls go a little bit more extra mile for the guy. So, and when I first started seeing that, also because before she was not dating, we've always been like, why you girls gotta do that kind of girls. So, I think I was mad.
We're very short term.
Yeah.
Very
The
short.
transition.
Yeah, I was mad. Like I wouldn't talk to her.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't talk to her. Like she would come back home and I'd be like she would ask me a question. I'd be like, yeah.
My life was miserable.
So that's how it started. And then a lot of other things were happening with me as well. So there was a big thing that happened last year to me, which made me change myself, which eventually helped me cope up with her dating. It was a lot of things bundled them together that I learned my lesson that we're adults now. She'll have her own life. She'll have her own life. It was her too. First, she started dating one time, and then I was like, what the fuck? And every morning I would sit down and I would say this affirmation: I am the same person with or without
A friend.
this person. Like, tell her name or tell her name. I'm still the same person. I'm no less. Does not make me pathetic, even if they are or not, are not in my life, is the affirmation I will tell myself every day, which only made me mad, to be honest.
Of course, it's a very like that's like you're writing that because you're so mad.
Yeah, and then eventually, I think it's because of the age and of self acceptance. And once you self accept, then you start accepting everybody else. Then I was like, oh, people grow up and this is how it's supposed to be. And then I was like, okay.
I think for me, when she started dating, it was not that big of a deal because normally what I'm used to do with your friends. I think she's always been this friend who does not really like going out, Like even in Rani school, she would be like, we'll go to Balaji Bhog to eat, and she'll like, no, get me food. Like parcel it and get me here. I'll eat here. She would stay home. So most of the time, even in our videos and photos, you would see me and people going out. Like I don't lose my mind.
Ever since we were in Cal, I
In
was
Calcutta, yeah. So like it's always been like that. So I did not feel that huge of a difference because but every time I would come here, I think he would always be home. And every time like after she started dating, I would come here and she wouldn't be home, right? So I'd like question her like, Pinky thought she was going and
Yeah.
and I'd be
Even
like,
when we would go out.
yeah, and she was never there. Like at first when Pinky started dating, I didn't meet her for like almost 2 years, to be honest. Like I would come here, she wouldn't be here. And when I'm not here, she would be home, and later in the evening, she would go out on dates. But then that didn't make that much of a difference. But I feel like,
Yeah, you felt her absence.
yeah, I did feel her absence.
The question is, how do you feel about me having a boyfriend
Yeah,
right
it
now?
feels nice
Oh,
right now. I
now?
think he's nice.
Right
She
now,
understands.
Yeah,
she
right now,
understands.
she feels like a big sister, She's
Yeah.
the only one who's sane, guys. Like,
Right now.
literally, she's the only one sane. She's the one doing her thing and, getting up and just busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm so problematic because she's so sane. And I think it's a good thing that she's so sane, and it has got a lot to do with her being in a relationship because she has to be an adult now.
Yeah.
She's dealing with somebody else. With us, we can like shout at each other and be like, "Fuck you!" She can't do that to others, and I think that has helped her grow as a person.
I feel like now when I see Pinky, she is like way mature.
Yeah.
Way mature than what she was last year. At times, the way she looks, sometimes sitting down, and she looks like this adult woman to me, girl. Like she's an adult,
Yeah, sometimes she'd be like, like we're still with our makeup on and we're like yapping the fuck out, and Pinky's like, oh, with her skincare done,
pajamas, about to go to bed,
and she's like,
she it's like like no matter how like late, like no matter how intense the talk is,
she's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. So that's the kind of maturity.
Yeah.
I guess brought
a nice and healthy relationship brings out the best in you. Or else, some girls would be like, they're not in a good relationship. They're like sitting down there, like 2 a.m. in the morning, talking to your friends about what that guy did wrong. So
yeah, that's how we feel about her being in a relationship.
Yeah, it's actually nice.
I want to start my content creation journey coming year. What should I start from?
Just start. No, you gotta have an interest, right? Something.
Like, see,
Do you want to show your life, or do you want to talk,
or do you want to dress up?
But when you like think about content creation, what comes into your mind? Do you see yourself like vlogging days? Do you see yourself doing fashion content? Do you like see yourself doing like study with me kind of content? So whatever you want to
You
do,
gotta
just
get
start.
a niche, and then begin.
So like when we first started our channel, we would try to do everything. We would vlog, we would do fashion content, we would even like sit down and talk about like do so many things.
We had nothing.
Yeah, but then like it gets like really tiring because like even your viewers are confused. Like, what is your actual channel about? So just like be very clear about what you want to show and what you want to do, and just like start.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
I want to be like okay, financially free. When I mean that's like rich. I want to be mentally stable, and I want to lose all my insecurities by then. And if I'm rich, then I want my own house, like a property that I own. I want a car, and my dream car, by the way. And probably, if possible, be in a relationship by then with a man who brings out the maturity in me too, because it's kind of getting old. Me acting like a girl, it's kind of getting old for me. I want to be like, do my skincare and go to bed at night. Next 5 years, I want to be in my bed with my skincare done, secure. And when I wake up, like there's no worry. Sometimes I'm still broke. Like I don't want to wake up and have to worry about money. Hopefully, I'll be also taking care of my mom like really well by then. Yeah, taking my kids out on a drive in my own car. Yeah, that's where I see myself. And we have a business plan.
Yeah.
We're running it like successfully. That's the 5-year plan for now.
For now.
That's what I see for myself.
First of all, I feel like I see myself in a very nice relationship with the man of my dreams. So because like I'm like honestly, guys, I'm like it's getting like gimana no neck was like it's like I go out, I flirt with random guys, because like I'm not gonna lie, I flirt, okay?
Of course,
It's like
you
my
have
second
to.
nature now. It has become a second nature because a guy broke my heart and then I started flirting with other men and now it's become a second nature. I'm done flirting. I'm gonna like even when I'm like talking to a guy, I just want to talk in a normal way, but that flirtiness comes out.
Yeah.
And I cannot help it. And I don't want to be like that. So yeah, I see myself in a really good relationship. I see myself traveling to all the beautiful places I have been wanting to travel to. And I see myself with my friends, all three of us rich. And I own my own house. I want to own a big ass house, like my own. That's going to be my house. Yeah, and I want to be super healthy.
Oh yeah, but
I want to be really healthy.
Fit to
Yeah, very, very healthy. Financially, mentally,
emotionally.
everywhere. And everybody around me is healthy. My mom, my dad, my Juno, Lily, Tinku, or
Tinku is a cat.
Tinku is a cat. My friends, Tinku Pinky's mom, auntie, everybody. My entire
Taken care of.
taken care of.
it's financial freedom. I want to provide for my mom a house for my family and my dream car. Running a business collectively, successfully. Also running Purdy, by the way. For Purdy to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Me doing podcasts by next year. Probably
Yeah.
this girl talk turn into a podcast. Still evaluating my life, of
Yeah.
course. Still be madly in love. Travel to most of my dream destinations within the next 5 years. Yeah, I see that I'll be taking care of all of my loved ones. That's what I need and want for myself in the coming 5 years. For all of us to be healthy, wise, successful, rich as fuck, basically. Yeah. How do you respond to frustration?
I work.
I react.
I work a lot.
I react like I scream.
I find things to edit, sit down, and then I edit the fuck out of shit. That's what I do.
I don't want to frustrate. I just like don't like being in my bed. And even if somebody's like talking to me on a normal, like in a normal tone, I just tend to shout at that person and everyone around me. I just get super irritated. Even when someone's breathing beside me, I get irritated. So
When I'm frustrated, yeah, all I do is like find work and do my work. Say like, you did a good job, team. You are working. You're gonna make money. Nothing matters, is what I say.
I cry, clean, work.
Oh, I clean.
no,
Yeah.
I never work when I'm frustrated. I just can't.
I clean and work a lot.
I know that people work like really good under pressure. I just can't.
Not under pressure. Under frustration.
Frustration, yeah.
How to deal when the guy you like already has a girlfriend and he wants me to be friends with her? No.
Do not talk to this guy. Stop talking to him.
Exactly.
Like today.
Who the fuck is he that he's asking you to be friends with somebody? Like,
Why
what
the
the
fuck
fuck
are you
does
friends
he?
with
Like,
people?
what? No, like, what?
See,
what
this
makes
is what
you-
we mean by how things have changed. Like, why the fuck are you gonna be friends
But the
with
question
your-
is, does he know that you like him?
Yeah. So if he doesn't know, then he probably
That
thinks you're a friend.
you're a friend and he wants you.
That guys always
girlfriend.
know.
Guys, look at how girls know that a guy likes
Yeah,
you.
men are smart.
This is total BS. You're not supposed to be a part of
Part
it.
of it.
You gotta stop talking to that guy. You're talking. Don't. He has a girlfriend.
Don't
Right?
engage.
Do not engage. That's why I keep reminding myself.
How do you deal with relationship problems?
You don't have a relationship to have problems. Like, is that a relationship? Confrontation. Confrontation.
romantic relationship, confrontation, communication. But the other end needs to be, I mean, being a woman, I am insecure most times when I don't want to. But if you don't get reassurance, that's when everything goes down.
Yeah.
So your partner needs to be in a space to reassure you that it's okay, it's okay.
Yeah, but I also feel like confrontation and communication is only effective if you come up with an answer or a solution or a result.
And implement those.
And also, Shell, something, all of these points are only valid if the other person, the guy you're talking
Exactly.
to, wants to listen to you and hear what you have to say. I met a guy, I tried being everything he wanted me to be. And I never vocal about how I felt. You know, like I was like, if I say something, maybe it's going to be too much for this guy. So that's why that entire thing did not work out. I meet another guy, and then I was like, from the previous lesson learned, I was like, okay, this time I want to be vocal. I want to like talk about what my needs, and I want to like talk about things I like and dislike. Within the relationship. So I was very vocal about what I wanted and what I'm expecting, and like just be vocal about, this is something I don't like. I don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
So didn't work out.
Exactly.
The guy needs to be ready.
Yeah, when you're talking to somebody, be it a male or a female, be it romantic or just normal relationships, if the other person is not reciprocating, then it's useless. Talk is cheap, guys. You better just aware enough to know like who are you dealing with? Like, do you need conversation there or not? Or you just walk away, or you meet them and you smile and then just let that chick go.
How do you all maintain the balance in friendships and adult life and boundaries?
Friendship, I made clear. I've screamed at my friends' faces saying, I'm quite a needy person, and if you can't show up in my life, like when I need you, then you're like, you know what, it's not, get the fuck out of my life. Let's not even be friends. I want people to want me in their life. I don't want them to need me. Yeah.
You don't want to be a convenience.
It's always like people just need me because I'm like convenient, because I bring something to the table. What if I don't bring anything to the table?
How have you maintained?
Yeah, I confronted saying like that's how people have made me feel, and if you can't show up for me, like if you are going to be like Arka Manche, then being friends is not like
There's no point.
There's no point. Is how I've like had a clear communication for the last few years, and I think that has improved our relationship. What was the boundaries? Adult life. Adult life is chaotic, guys, and it's hella hectic. There's no fun. There is no balance. Few shot, guys. I'm doing life for the first time. One day I'm this age, the next day I'm another. That's the first time I'm experiencing that age. There's no such thing as balance. You just do what you can do with what you have at the moment.
Boundaries, I tried creating boundaries, and I swear to God, it backfired. So yeah, it backfired because I tried creating boundaries with my parents, my friends, and everybody, right? And then what happened? It didn't work out, guys. It just makes you like lonely, I feel.
It makes you selfish.
It just does not make you selfish.
No, sometimes lonely. Sometimes, but yeah, even I was really big on boundaries, So I would only like speak like, I don't want to cross your boundary. I had become like one of those podcasters. Have you seen those reels? Can I touch you in the bar?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. This thing was because.
Do I have consent?
Yeah, I mean that's how superficial my relationships had become when I was big on boundaries. Like I would think thrice before I said anything to her, and we are friends here.
That's what I'm saying. It makes you lonely because you cannot share things. See, now I created a boundary, okay, and I'm like, okay, I have this boundary with my friends. I'm gonna have this boundary, and then suddenly I have things to talk about with my friends. Like there's no problem. Yeah.
Because you're not close anymore.
Yeah, because I don't want to share things like, like me talking about my problems is like crossing that boundary for me. So I started feeling lonely.
Yeah, I think there's a fine line of healthy boundaries and being too superficial.
Like, see, healthy boundaries, like, we don't disrespect each other. That's a very healthy boundary that we all have set,
Even when we're talking, like, right now, these days we just, like, if there's something I want to say too, I, like, budge in, That's how friends are. That's how friends are. But on the internet, I don't know how the viewers are. They say, like, we're disrespecting each other. Our friends do that all the time.
It's like, when we're sitting down, the camera is turned on. That is the only difference. We are just sitting and talking, And when friends talk, you do do like speak in between when she's saying something. That's almost a normal thing.
Yeah, we
Okay,
even like swear at each other.
coming back to the question, so that didn't work out for me. Next was how do I maintain balance in friendship and adult life? Adult life, I'm still trying to balance things. At times, I feel like, yeah, I'm an adult and everything's working out, but at the same time, there are days I break down and I'm like, nothing is working out. What the fuck am I doing with my life? So that's constant these days. And also friendship, I feel like one thing I have, I feel like I make it pretty clear about like what I like and what I don't like. And at the same time, I try to, even though I'm not in the mood, guys, even though I'm like, I'm like, oh my God, but still I try to be there for my friends at times. There are times when I'm not able to do something, but still I try and do that. That's like a little effort I put in to our friendship, and I think that's how it's balanced.
Me being an adult has created boundaries that work well for all of my relationships. So my boundaries is like how they said, if I'm too sleepy, I'll get up and I'll go sleep because I choose sleep. Those are the small healthy boundaries that I've made, and that has also helped me maintain healthier relationships with both of them. Because when I know it's time to get up, I don't sit there and ruminate and argue over things.
We don't argue, we talk, guys.
Over and over again.
We try when we talk.
Yeah, exactly. I think that comes with maturity. We're still immature.
Like you're still out.
We call her names for doing it. We're like, what did you say?
And I'm like, you've been talking about the same thing for the past 2 hours.
But it still pisses you off because she has become that friend who's like, no, I'm not about that life anymore. So it pisses you off because
At times, not all the time.
But that's how I've created a healthy friendship. I am not fighting with them anymore. And adult life, it's still pretty much chaotic, money-wise. Or else it's fine. Everything is external. Internally, I've been trying everything from my end, but externally, some things don't work out. And exactly, I've understood that things will fuck up. I will fuck up, people will fuck up, and that's just part of life. And that's how I try to maintain peace with all the three things in my life.
What's your favorite way to self-love? I haven't shown self-love to myself in a while, guys. Not the true kind. Buying shit for myself does not count as self-love. That's just hoarding shit to fill the void that I feel.
I'm actually somebody who shows a lot of self-love to herself. I'm not even gonna lie. I love myself the most, guys.
She cries for herself.
I cry for myself. Right now, it's like sleeping till 10 in the morning. That's the best thing I'm doing for myself. So it's been more than like 2 months now. I'm waking up at like 10 a.m. That's the earliest I wake up. And there are times I wake up at 12 p.m. So that's working pretty good for me, guys. I swear.
My favorite way to practice self-love is being disciplined. When giving myself a clean house, having nice meals, sleeping on time, having a nice shower.
But I also like clean house. No matter when I wake up, I do clean the house though.
That's my form of self-love.
And my form of self-love would be like going out for a run and then,
working
gym
out
and eating healthy. I'm not doing any of that right now.
What's the most valuable thing you learned this year?
That I gotta believe in something greater than myself. Like there is God. I was an atheist till last year, until the beginning of this year, and after reading a few books, it felt like, oh my God, God must be real. And after I built that faith little by little, the lesson I learned was like, oh shit, I need to believe in something else than me too. Like it's not just all because of me. There are other things.
I don't really know what the learned this year, guys. To be honest, I feel like I learned nothing.
That money is just number and paper, and I add value to money. That money does not add value to my life. I give value to money.
We're gonna do one last question, guys, because this is getting long.
Really long. How do you deal with your insecurities?
Oh, I mask it pretty well. I mask my by dressing up and like acting funny. I think being funny is one of the best thing to do when you're insecure. You gotta learn how to make fun of yourself and not take yourself seriously. That was another lesson that I learned. I was this person who wanted to be serious my whole life. Like, why the fuck would I want to do that? Is what I think these days. Not taking anything seriously, not myself, and just learning how to make a joke, take a joke, is the best way to like hide your insecurities. And then I don't think there's anybody who's like fully secure. I think you will always be a little bit insecure, and yeah, that's when you need to learn to find a way to like laugh about it.
For me, I used to be a very insecure person. And this year I have like stopped being that like a lot insecure. Like I'm not that insecure anymore. So what I do to like fill up my insecurities, I buy myself a lot of things. Like I buy myself shit, guys. And
We
you guys
don't promote.
yeah, yeah, it's not good. They even scold me for that. But for me, I love to pamper myself. So whatever I see I like, I get it for myself.
I journal.
Yeah, I journal too.
That's the only way I've dealt with my insecurities. I've journaled, I've wrote about things that I've been insecure about, and I've tried to rewire my brain through affirmations by constantly repeating the opposite of my insecurity, and maybe my subconscious mind takes it sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes.
But like on a serious note, like when I seriously do about my insecurity, I do that thing as well. But at the same time, I feel like I don't put myself in situations or circumstances where I'm insecure about myself. Right now, my body type is not the best thing about me. There are so many times, like a lot of times, I wear something and I have to like change so many times when I'm going out, right? Because like most of my clothes they don't fit me like it used to anymore. So now what I can do to take myself out of it is like wear something that's going to make me feel comfortable, but at the same time pretty. I don't have to fit into my old jeans, and like cry about it.
Now, my insecurities has not a lot to do with my looks. It's about the way that I am. So I think that is why mine's like more like characterized. So that's why I try to be funny. I don't take things seriously. I make fun of myself and then get over it. So it's not a lot to do with my looks.
Yeah, me too. Back in the days, I was like very insecure about my personality, but then I realized, people who don't like me or like they judge me based on what I am, those people like I don't want those people in my life.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fit in. I'm just I'm just coping by being funny or something.
But then you don't have to cope in front of me and Pinky, right? And so you said you try to be funny. So do you do that in front of me and Pinky as well?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. Sum of 2024 in one word. Surprising.
For me, it was amazing because I did things I didn't think I would do this year, and I was like really happy about it.
A lot of things like which I had never imagined happened, so it was really surprising.
Yeah, for me, like if I have to compare, like my good was this and bad was this.
Yeah.
2024 was really good, guys, for me.
Wow. 2024 was like that. Lows were lows, were highs were highs. So that was the tea. We've gone rusty when it comes to talking.
Yeah.
But we'll get back to this. It's a promise. Next year we'll be doing
More girl talk.
way more girl talks.
In the comments, you know what you need to write? Oh, someone please be available for the girl talk, please.
Because she's never available. That's why we didn't do the girl talk this year.
Because Summer was so busy, has schedule.
Oh, what?
About being available for the girl talk. So you gotta write in the comment section.
Guys,
At least
please be available.
Someone please be available.
I was dodging the girl talk, to be honest, and you know it. I didn't want to talk. There was so much going on.
Yeah, but
also, I swear to God, if we had done this girl talk like a few months back, I would have a lot to say about so many men.
No, but the thing is, we did take a long break this year.
Yeah, we did.
From posting content, from being so
Up there.
chasing things on YouTube.
Yeah.
It has been toxic for us. Thank you for another great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're so grateful for everyone who stayed all these years and the new ones,
Not
joining
joining
us. And
yeah.
I became socially
Politically
right because of you guys.
So thank you so
Yeah.
much.
I've grown. I've become a better person, mostly because I put
Yes.
myself out on the internet.
And also, like, I feel like more than Instagram, YouTube actually makes me be a better person because, sometimes I'm like, I want to film. And I'm like, cooking. I want to film. And I'm like, doing something because I want to film myself doing it in an aesthetic way.
Yeah,
So
like our lives changed because we started our YouTube channel.
I feel like it also has a lot to do with how we present ourselves. You know, we are more presentable because we put ourselves there in YouTube.
Yeah.
So
But
you
like
guys,
today,
yeah,
you think we'd be wearing pajamas with sweaters?
yeah, no,
makeup?
this is not
No.
what we do. We do it
This is
for
for you
the
guys.
video. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't look like shit.
So thank you for all the love, all the support. It means the world to us. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We
Hope the new year brings all of your dreams and wishes come true.
true. And I hope Tingu and Summer
We find love.
post Thailand vlog. Bye.
Bye. We love